Welcome to Japankyo. Let's talk about Japan. So the other day, something pretty funny happened on a Japanese train, and it wasn't a passenger that did this. It was a train employee, which is very, very rare because, well, Japanese trains run very much by the book. Employees rarely fool around, and if they do, well, you rarely hear about it. They don't make the news very often, so this is a rare incident, but it wasn't on purpose. It was an accident. So back on July 2nd, somebody posted a video to Twitter or X, whatever you want to call it. It was a video of a train employee. Well, you don't actually see the train employee, you only hear it, but a train employee is singing on the onboard announcement. You can hear it coming in through the speakers, and those are the speakers that you would use to make train announcements, right? Like the next stop is blah blah blah, be careful, the doors on the right side will open. That's where the voice comes out of, right? That's where the sound comes out of. But instead of the typical announcements in this video, you can hear the train employees singing, and what they're singing is a baseball song. It's actually a like fight song, a cheering on song for the Nippon Ham Fighters, a Hokkaido baseball team. This is what that sounds like. 進めファイターズ勝利の男進めファイターズ爽やかに進めFighters. Like it's such a classic. Just if you've ever heard like the what's it called, the Hanshin Tigers or any of those, Japanese baseball teams, they all have their own unique specific cheering on song, and they all have this very specific tone and rhythm to them. And yeah, so this video, well, I tried to find the original post on X. I couldn't find it, but I did find a video on YouTube that appears to be the same video. You can barely make out the train conductor or employee singing in the background. Unfortunately, the noise in the train is rather loud, so you can't hear it that clearly. But if you listen carefully, you can hear it. So I think this is the video. And it's just really funny too, because as I said, like Japanese trains are very straight-laced. The employees don't fool around. The trains are always on time, and people are very respectful. So to get this happen on a Japanese train is just wonderful. It's like a little miracle. Basically, the train employee forgot to turn off the microphone, so they probably made their little announcement. They said, next stop is blah, blah, blah. The doors on the left side will open. And then they forgot to turn off the microphone. And then in order to, I guess, entertain themselves or possibly ward off sleepiness, they started singing this song. And thankfully, it wasn't like some, scandalous song. It was a very, just neutral. Well, neutral in the sense of like it was a very inoffensive baseball song, and the comments on the X post apparently were quite positive, and people are saying like, hey, it's great that he can work somewhere where he can actually sing and he's having fun enough to sing. So totally agree with that. If he's enjoying his job to the point where he can sing, then great. If he's just trying to stay awake, well, hey, great. It's better than nodding off. And he's not harming anybody. He just forgot to turn off the microphone. That's all. And by the way, in the news stories that were reporting on this, they started popping up like July 4th. So the video went up like July 2nd. The news story started popping up July 4th. And they mentioned that the Tokyo Metro, again, this happened on the Tokyo Metro, the Fukuto Shinsen. The Tokyo Metro apologized, and they apologized for any nuisance that this might have caused, but they said, this didn't impede with the running of the train or mess up the schedule or anything like that. So it seems like this all has ended happily for everyone involved. As far as I know, the train conductor or employee has not been disciplined. I sure hope that he hasn't, because it generally seems like everybody was just kind of having a good time with this, and I don't think it warrants being disciplined over. So there you go. Have you ever had any funny incidents in a Japanese train? Any funny announcements? I know one time something kind of funny happened with a train conductor. I think they were making like an announcement and they messed up. Unfortunately, I can't remember exactly what it was, so I don't have a funny story for you. But it happens from time to time. Although to have somebody sing for like a minute, to have a train conductor sing for a minute while on the train, that is very, very rare. So I wish I would have been on that train, because I would have pulled out my phone and shot that right away. But have you ever had any funny incidents on a Japanese train? Let me know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to check out my podcast, Japan Station. See ya in the next one.